You must love her very much, Cecil.
Yes, this is true. Of course, she also has all of my money.
Okay, campers, rise and shine. And don't forget your booties, because it's cold out there today. It's cold out there every day. Every day. Every day. So on Friday, apparently, we finally left the EU. Brexit, it happened. Maybe. There's still like a year. There's still like a year to do stuff to get it sorted out. But apparently it happened. Apparently we're not in the EU anymore. Frankly, I'm not going to believe it's real until somebody stops me and asks for a passport. One of the many ramifications of this happening is that the new copyright directive, which I personally spent a lot of time lobbying for, is just not going to happen. It's just not going to be brought into effect in the UK. We're going to ignore it. Great. China and a lot of its East Asian neighbors have this cool, trendy new thing called coronavirus going around. Everybody's talking about it. We even imported a little bit of it ourselves, you know, just to keep up. You know, don't want to fall behind. We're all just slowly getting used to the fact that Australia is on fire. In higher education, the sector in which I currently work, the UK is headed for a rough couple of years. There are just not as many 18-year-olds as previous years. Apparently everyone was just too sad after 9/11 to have sex. So there's just fewer teenagers now, which means that all the universities in the UK are clamoring to get their numbers up, to hunker down for winter, and it's causing a lot of stress. I still absolutely love teaching and I love my job. I think it's one of the most rewarding things I've ever chosen to do. But for the first time since I started, it's getting a little bit political. It's getting a bit prickly around the office. And as someone who, until I had this job, only worked as a freelancer, I don't really know how to deal with that. To top it all off, Friday was also the deadline for everyone's self-assessment tax returns, which means tax bills. And last year I made some choices to do with buying my apartment, and this year I'm forced to pay the most tax I've ever paid. It's going to be a rough few months, Future Bing. I'm going to have to be incredibly careful with my money. I'm going to have to completely stop buying stuff for the house. I'm going to have to really, really get careful about how much I'm spending on PBFB and how much I'm spending hanging out with my friends. I'm going to have to become a little bit of a hermit for a while. Austerity measures, Future Bing. That is the name of the game. In summation, there's a lot to be down about right now. It's fucking cold outside. I have no money in my account and no faith in any of the people running my country. I'm not excited about the internet that this series will eventually get uploaded to. I feel powerless in a lot of ways. But there are still things that are within my control, Future Bing. Today is Groundhog Day, which means in a couple of hours people will be descending on my apartment to eat, to drink, to chat, to play video games, and of course, bear witness to Phil Connor's all-important journey of self-transcendence. It's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Newman was the first one to lose 2 lives.
Aw, Newman! Kramer and Newman. Come on, Newman. Oh no, he's done. He's done.
Okay, yeah, this is the second film.
We've got you, babe. I'm doing that film my life thing.
Oh, film your life thing.
MAOAM. Moam. We will not talk about coronavirus. Brexit. Tax day.
No matter how bad the serial bar Brexit may be.
Future Bing, has coronavirus killed everyone where you are? Do you live in a wasteland? Let us know.
Jenny's arrived and she's in a really good mood.
So good! I feel so good about myself and things.
Why are you in a good mood?
Because I had a really good singing rep session and it went really well and I feel good and he said I'm good.
Yeah, man, who needs Brexit?
Good! No, good!
Look at it. It's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
I still can't fully believe it, right?
It's very difficult to believe this exists. I'm even seeing it and I'm having a hard time believing that it exists. Chris got me a Wu-Tang versus the Beatles mashup record.
Your parents on the night they conceived you.
Oh!
Jenny has to fight for them to die.
On Groundhog Day, Punxsutawney Phil, the groundhog, comes out of his burrow. They hibernate through winter.
Yeah.
And they come out of their burrows. Then one of two things can happen. They come out and it's a cloudy day, and therefore no shadow. They come further out of their burrow. And that means it's going to be fine. We're going to have an early spring. But if it's a sunny day, and they see their shadow and are scared by it, they're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. We're going to do our own version of the we've got a groundhog here. We've got our own Punxsutawney Phil.
That is a very square-looking groundhog.
Phil has been hibernating in this box all winter. Can everyone rap on the door for us? Just give us a little tap. I think he's waking up. Oh, I hear him, guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, God!
Oh, Phil!
Which way is he facing?
It's perfectly even.
Oh my god.
It's a bit closer to shadow.
I think we need to go again.
Okay.
Again, we need to go
We need to do Groundhog Day again.
I've been living this ritual.
You might have
Oh, deja vu. Pray for an early spring, everyone.
Oh, deja vu.
Come on, Phil.
Come on, no shadow.
No shadow! No shadow, everybody!
Early spring.
Early spring, everyone.
Round of applause, everybody!
One last note on chance, future Bing. Fuck chance.
He's so cute. I want to
Yes, noise and chaos and spontaneity are all necessary parts of life and the creative process. More on that later. But when it comes to things that are important, you need to make them happen. This might be one of the coldest winters of our lives, but I'm gonna make sure it's one of the best. And when it's over, I'll know it was me that did that. No magic, no God, no Freaky Friday body swapping. It was me and the people around me and our deliberate actions.
That's right. And when you get to be my age, you'll be very glad you made a few things in particular happen the way they did.
Can you tell me what they are?
No.
You can touch him.
He's so cute.
You see, days like this don't repeat by themselves. You're not going to wake up and have this day over by accident. You have to work to make them happen again. And again. And again. And again. And again.